Miss Sophia. I am the teen programmer here at the Eastside Library, and we're going to get started with our teen DIY. For this month in October, we're going to go ahead and do some frame art, so if you're interested in doing so, go ahead and keep watching. So first you're going to need some beads or buttons. You're going to need an old picture frame. I got this one from Dollar Tree. Some paint and some paint brushes. A backing for your frame. I chose burlap. And some glue. I used Mod Podge and hot glue. So next what I did was I took the glass out of the frame. Be careful when you do that, you don't want to cut yourself. And I drew an outline on my backing. So like I said earlier, I used burlap because that's what I had on hand. You can use anything if you wanted, from construction paper to cardstock. I just like the look of the burlap. So after I'm done tracing the size of the frame, I started sketching out my design. As you can see by the colors of the beads, I am doing a candy corn design. So I'm sketching out the picture of the candy corn onto the burlap inside of the box for the frame, just so that way I can have a point of reference as to what the right size would be to fit onto the frame. My next step is to go ahead and adhere the burlap to the backing of the frame. How I'm going to do that is by painting on some Mod Podge onto the base of the frame. You can do this with any kind of liquid glue, whether it's school glue or tacky glue. I just use Mod Podge because that's what I had on hand. So I'm going to make sure that it is completely covered in glue, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick the burlap onto there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and trim down the burlap so that way it's as close to the shape of the frame as possible. I just want to make sure that it's going to fit properly and it has a nice edge on it. So next I'm going to go ahead and start painting the tracing that I did on the burlap. I'm just following along the lines and filling in whatever spots need to be filled in. You don't have to be super precise with this because we're going to go ahead and glue on our buttons or our beads, but it's more to fill in the blank space and get a nice outline for where you're going to glue. For this next part, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing down my beads. Like I said, you can use beads or buttons or whatever you have on hand. It's really up to you. So as you can see, I'm just placing some hot glue on different areas of the burlap just to make sure that everything is covered. You don't have to be super exact about it. Just try to line them up and fill in as many gaps as possible. So as you can see, I'm finishing up with the glue. You don't have to use hot glue. You can always use school glue or tacky glue, whatever is available. I chose to use hot glue because it dries down the quickest. So I'm just filling in the last of the spaces, and once I'm done gluing, the product is all done. Thank you so much for following along. Please follow us on our socials, and we'll see you next month.